Hello everyone, welcome to Cerebral Arcade. I'm Stacy, and today we're going to be continuing Pinstripe, which we started on Monday, and so far has been an interesting little game. It's kind of a cool little platformer. In the last episode, our daughter was stolen and taken to hell by somebody named Pinstripe. And so now we're kind of going through the world and trying to get her back. So, yeah, we'll just dive right in. So far, we've had quite a few, allusions and references to things, and of course it's a game about hell, which just begs us to talk about different references and depictions of hell and literary allusions and things like that. So we'll be kind of chatting about that on and off throughout the stream, and first we're gonna try to remember where we were going. I think I specifically stopped in front of this giant cave because I think that's where we want to go next. Yes. So this game has done a lot with atmosphere and tone and
Hello, Ted.
And it's done an interesting job of walking this line, sort of between having these funny moments and kind of moments of levity, and then also being really dark and creepy. So we'll also be talking a little bit about how it's constructing that creepiness and why it's doing that juxtaposition. Hello, Mario Maker fan. Lol, totally, yo. Okay. To the game.
I gotta say, I'm quite impressed.
Also, make sure I can see chat. Cool. Yeah, a lot of our conversation options up to this point have been kind of either this stark binary between good and evil, which it even puts a little sun and moon next to, or we have these kind of okay or tell me more. And the okay option feels like stop the conversation, and the tell me more option feels like continue the conversation. So we'll go with continue the conversation.
Unfortunately, Bo has been spending some time hanging out in my parsonage. I'm looking forward to seeing your pretty boy face at the ceremony.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like there's also been kind of this creepiness that this game is really tapping into based on the fact that I'm a preacher and also her father, and it's done some kind of creepy play on stuff with father as a word and as something to call me. And so one of the first things that Mr. Pinstripe threatened me with is basically, I'm stealing your daughter and she's gonna call me daddy, which of course has these really creepy sexual connotations, and there's also kind of the weird religious thing mixed up in there with calling me father, and yeah, so okay.
Adoption ceremony, you screwball!
The insults in this have been really interesting too. They feel a bit juvenile, which is a strange contrast with this really creepy, floaty character who kind of looks like a hanged man, and yeah.
The door's locked with a golden padlock.
Okay. So I like that these portraits are saving our game, and I mentioned a little bit last stream, but I think it's really cool that it seems to be kind of wanting to make a comment about the kinds of portraits that we see in video game heroes. Oh, we got another creepy Metroid thing. Yeah, exactly. This game is definitely leaning into, father as pastor and also father as like literal dad. And also this like your daughter's gonna call me father, like as a threat. Which yeah is kind of creepy. And like here we have daddy on the wall behind us. Like it's definitely a product of that like couple of years there where all games seem to be really heavily focused on dadification kind of stuff. Oh, that's interesting. What do we got? Right, I forgot that we can turn our little light on and off. Yeah, oof. So that's an interesting one where if we didn't have the flashlight there, we wouldn't see the creepy daddy text on the wall. This looks like it's gonna try to eat us. Also the word day here, which is interesting. Okay, let's do it. Let's hit it. Oh my god, this thing's so gonna eat me.
Looks like those sack things we fed the tree in Edgewood, but giant. It looks like it's sleeping or something.
Yeah, maybe we should leave it
smells
sleeping.
like eggs. Nice.
I don't know. I don't think I want to wake it up. No, what do you think, chat? So, Doggo Friend is clearly giving me a hint. But I don't remember the tree things he's talking about. Oh, that's like the saddest little noise. Okay, so I think we need to actually spell out daddy. So let's do it. Yeah, right. Okay, and now it's like dropping creepy sack things down below. Let's see if we can get down there.
The door is locked with some kind of mechanism.
Suspect we'll need to get back to this. This is really hard. Yeah. I can't seem to time it. There we go. What does it say? Save. Oh my. Hi, you're creepy.
He should be here by now, right? He should be here with more fruit.
Oh. Oh. I don't know how to save you.
He should be here with more fruit.
Oh, thank you, Icewell. Oh. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, we're gonna keep walking. We'll come back to a creepy fruit guy.
That old man, a sweet lady, came through here just a minute ago. They says you're gonna destroy Pinstripe. Don't do it, mate. He's the only reason I've been living it up down here. He should be here any minute now, right? To give me more sacks.
Okay. so we got these things coming through. They're gonna pull me up. Pretty standard platformer puzzles. What's your deal? Is that the same guy? 20 more sacks. Oh my goodness. Happy's laundromat?
Hello, Father. So what do you think about this cave system?
Yeah, so it's interesting. This has a very, like, confessional feel to it, where, yeah, I can't really see his face, and here I am, I'm a priest. Right, and we have this very binary
Well, I think
option.
Pinstripe's got quite an operation down here. Oh, still bloody cold. Could have swore on my mother's breath that it would be warmer underground. Speaking of which, Mr. Pinstripe gave me an extra suit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me see if I can,
Oh no,
find it in
this
here.
feels like it's not gonna... Well...
Right, here it is. I'll sell his spare suit for 500 frozen dross.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, one, that's definitely, like, way more currency than I have. It's also the first time this currency has been useful in any way, other than where I mentioned before, where, like, normally these kind of oil pickup things are used in platformers just to indicate to the player where they're supposed to go. But, yeah, but based on the fact that, you know, it's like, yeah, you can buy something for silly high amount, signals either it's impossible, or we're early in the game, which it doesn't feel like, or like there's more to the game, like a lot more. Right, so...
Whoa! Do you smell that, Ted? Smells like apples.
Okay.
Me, not so much. I love cheese and pie and just about anything that smells beefy. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so it's like the dog is kind of serving as, you know, helpful hint person, but also as comic relief. And it's really,
Let's go.
Sometimes the narrative voice of the dog feels a little bit disjointed. Like, I definitely see what it's going for. We need some levity in this, otherwise it would just feel so dark and oppressive. So I totally get that, but also, like, it seems like the dog's jokes are sometimes a little out of place. Okay, we get another one of these. I'm kind of curious what's down here. I sort of feel like I might die if I jump, so let's go in the door first, and then
The door is locked with some kind of mechanism.
Alright, so another one of these timing puzzles. I think the thing with those is don't go too fast, but don't go too slow. These things are so creepy. This game has done a really great job with sound design. Like, this sound is a really kind of uncomfortable, gross sound. It's kind of a perfect feedback sound for you're not really supposed to be doing what you're doing.
A bath? Ted, I think something is in there.
Oh my gosh. Hi. You're a creepy person. So yeah, this game actually also has done a really good job of building this, like, dramatic tension and feeling really creepy, and then being having, like, the release moments. It's been really good at managing the tension curve. So yeah, with this me on the wall, right? Like, Yeah, eek. Alright, so another thing where we're probably gonna have to spell something, so we'll come back to you in a second. I just want to jump down here to see what'll happen. I don't know, do you think it might be a bad idea? Maybe I should try to spell whatever I'm supposed to try to spell first. I can't tell. Is this a P? I think that's a P. Okay. So probably I have something in my inventory that relates to this. Okay. So sad. Okay. Not really sure. Let's try, please. Wow, I can't believe that worked. It was just the first word that came to mind with those letters, but okay. Cool. And there's a number here as well, 663, which is interesting because it's not quite 666, but all right, 663, let's remember that. And all right, now let's jump down, I guess. And we could have, it looks like based on where this ledge is, we probably would have been able to jump back up too. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my fear, was that if I jumped down, that we wouldn't really be able to get back up. Okay, and these seem to be color-coded too, so like this blue one has the please on the wall. Oh my god, why is everything so creepy? He won't even talk to me, he's just looking. Yeah, so this game is supposed to be taking place in hell, right? And this is, oh wow, I died. That's interesting. That's not something that had happened before. That was me. Good to know. So it's, yeah, theoretically doing something. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's just like farming oily stuff. Alright. What does that do? I'm not really sure. Really enjoying the music though. It's kind of mysterious, but also really relaxing. I'm not sure. I don't think I can jump past that. I can try, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, that's a hard note. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's going up this way. All right. So we determined yellow was me. But I guess not. Okay. Oh, save me, maybe. Yikes. Okay. Did that do it? I don't think that did. Oh, it did. lucky with these word guesses. I guess having played a bunch of like word puzzle games, it's paid off. But okay, so now it's doing more stuff. We have this like machinery stuff going down. But Daddy Save Me Please is like kind of heartbreaking, and a really good way to like add tone. Okay, now we have a way to get across. Cool. Oh, Daddy, please save me. Aww. Yeah, and the game, you know, put it on the wall to make it explicit in case we had missed that that's what that did. Yeah, and this game also, in some ways, does feel like it's having these moments of referencing Dante's Inferno. Like, it earlier referred to Pinstripe as being down at the lowest level in a frozen lake, which is kind of directly from Dante's Inferno.
Did you enjoy my little messages on the walls?
Yeah, this is a weird choice because it feels like there's no good answer.
I just couldn't help myself, Ted.
So,
Bo
yeah, it's sort of
is
putting
mine,
me as the player in this.
Diddy, save me.
In this uncomfortable position.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bo. Your daddy is running around like a stupid idiot. I cannot wait for the ceremony. Your little pale white boy face will stream with tears, Ted. And my flesh will tingle with joy when I see it.
Interesting. So, so I think we're about to fight another boss. Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Hello, Father.
Welcome to Pissward Falls, home of Pissy the Piss Snake.
Okay.
Lift tickets to Red Wash are 300 frozen drops.
And again, that feels like a number that is going to be really hard to get to.
Looks like a gas line.
Which sort of suggests to me that I'm not really supposed to do that.
Gas line extends
hi,
to
Artemis.
Edgewood,
Yeah.
the Hangley Pass, the Sack Chute, Pissward Falls, and Red Wash.
Okay. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here. Let me see. Just turn it on. Ah, okay. Interesting. I don't even know how to make it go higher. Okay, there we go. So it's basically Flappy Bird. With kind of difficult physics. Ow. So the feedback on this is really good. The shake effect particularly is really visceral for like, hey, you did something wrong. And then turning red while you do that shake effect is really effective. So I'm actually glad to see like a different mechanic minigame in here. Because so far, yeah, I really want to like hit the button there because that free fall like gives me anxiety. But Yeah, it feels like the mechanics of just the baseline game are, okay, I'm gonna get past that one, I swear, are like getting a little bit stale. So seeing this minigame in here actually is pretty nice. Cool. Yeah, and the very like Zelda referential sound effect mixed with torch lighting. But that's interesting because we've seen these things throughout the game and they haven't felt like a torch you were supposed to light until this moment, which is also kind of a design paradigm sort of borrowed from Zelda. This like you'll be doubling back on a thing, without having realized that is something you should be paying attention to. So yeah, let's keep going. So I mentioned in the last stream that this game seems to be referring to other games quite a lot. And promised to talk in this stream about what game references usually are for.
This one smells especially like kerosene.
Oh, interesting.
Hey Ted, do you remember seeing these things all over Edgewood in the Hangley Pass?
Yes, I do.
I
I've been
don't
shooting
know.
them.
Maybe we can find some frozen drop thingies by lighting them on fire or something.
Yeah, these kind of choices where it's so binary. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Lighting them on fire or something, like with this newfound fire that I have. Are we gonna have to like do the Zelda shoot through it thing? Yes, we are. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and so that basically just told me, hey, we're gonna have to go back and do this all over the rest of the game. Okay, so yeah, having an enemy that's off screen is a little brutal in terms of design. It's pretty punishing. Okay, so this actually is a perfect moment to talk about that, though, because throughout this game, I've been like, wow, we're referring to Mario pretty explicitly, or Zelda. And what that has just done, though, is sort of set my expectations as a player that I was going to need to solve puzzles in a similar way to having solved them in that game. I do sort of worry that if you hadn't played those games before coming to this, hey Cecil, that this would be really hard. So that the first time I encountered in Ocarina of Time, the like you have to shoot something through a fire to light something on fire on the other side, I mean, you know, that was super novel at the time, of course, but like that was not an easy thing to figure out. So I sort of wonder if you came to this game having not been familiar with Zelda games or like that kind of thing, if that would be a really, really hard puzzle. All right. Nice mustache wearing man's face. But yeah, I think by virtue of the fact that this game has pretty explicitly set itself up in that tradition with, you know, having the pots that we break open and power-up mushrooms and stuff like that, at least I was expecting it. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to jump to get this one. So I was a little bit worried about having a keyboard-based platformer because I tend to not be great at those usually, but actually this really hasn't felt very awkward. I was expecting it to not feel great, but the controls have actually been pretty solid throughout. Yeah, what's interesting is I think the first time in Ocarina of Time the first time you encounter it is in the very first dungeon where you have to light something on fire that is spiderweb. And spider web being flammable was just not obvious to me. I think I figured it out completely by accident. Okay, this is brutal, shooting stuff off screen. So yeah, I think I figured it out by accident, and then later in the game when stuff was wood, you know, my wooden shield burned, and there were a lot of clues to sort of bring me as the player to, oh hey, if something is wood, you might need to light it on fire. But yeah, but this game doesn't really have that same signaling until, like, basically my dog companion is like, hey, I wonder if we need to set stuff on fire. So yeah, it seems like the signaling is almost entirely through like illusion and references, which is kind of interesting. All right, now the question is, we have our little flashy lights here based on these switches. How good do I think I'm gonna be at lighting all of these in a reasonable amount of time and getting up here? Let's check it out. I only actually see 2. Okay, no. We'll deal with that in a minute. I guess let's give it a shot. Actually, the swinging thing there. Oh, they stay on. Okay, brilliant. The swinging mechanism here actually feels pretty satisfying, so that's pretty cool. There's the red one. Huh. Yeah, I kind of wanna shoot you down. That just looks like it's gonna be really fun and satisfying. Okay. This puzzle in particular feels really well paced. Like, it feels like, oh, that's that guy. It feels like I know what to do. I'm moving toward doing it. I don't feel sort of hung up on whether I'm doing the right thing or not.
A water wheel or something. Looks like it might power the lift, but where's the water?
Where indeed? Okay, so I think I need to actually shoot stuff when the fire's on the other side, but we'll try this. Now we got them all. Let's see what happens. Not quite. Gotta swing a little more. Ah! Oh my gosh, that's a hard jump. Remember 2 seconds ago when I was like, yeah, the physics feels really good. Okay. There we go. Do you think that's supposed to go in the water? Okay. I don't know what to do with you. You seem weird and creepy. Oh. Okay, so that was an interesting thing, like, based purely on animation. Just, like, the way it kind of recoiled like that felt like, oh, gosh, I'm sorry. Which is an interesting reaction to have. I don't know what to do with you. I want to, like, shoot you, because that's the only verb I have at my disposal, but that doesn't feel right. And the dog's barking at me? What? What? Oh, it just made the saddest noise. Oh no. I mean, okay, yeah, just take your little thing, dude. No, you're good. You're good. You can have it. I don't know. I don't know what to do with you. Yeah, you just have that. I'm just gonna go over here. I hope I'm not supposed to hit it. I don't want to hit it. They've done such a good job making me not want to hit it. Can I keep going this way? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll let that thing eat its little rock and move on with our day. But Happy wants to charge me like $1 million. I don't know how I feel. Can't jump. Okay. Sort of feels like, yeah, something I should be able to fix.
A water wheel or something.
Yeah.
Looks like it might power the lift.
Yeah. Got that.
But where's the water?
I hope it's not on the little arm thing. So it looks like we've got barrels beneath us. I wonder if we can go back and do something. Yeah, interesting too that it seems like oh, I don't really need this if I have the money for it, and I don't know, that feels very capitalist, doesn't it? All right, so we got some water, kinda. Interesting how this is so much harder going back than coming here because of jumping. Which actually makes this a very good jump puzzle. And I really like that the failure on that is not super punishing. Okay, remember when I said that the controls were easy to master? I was wrong. Are there only 3? We're gonna watch it. Yes, there are only 3. Okay, good to know. Okay. We're gonna have to take a leap of faith at first, I think. There we go.
Nailed it!
Aw, thanks, dog. So yeah, that was actually, even though that was really simple, that was actually like a really well-designed jump puzzle. So yeah, good props to that.
Another one. Maybe this one ferments the sack juice or something. I don't know. This one smells like poop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure that the dialogue choices are adding a ton in terms of allowing me sort of more agency or roleplay opportunities. Like, it is kind of offering me, I guess, the binary roleplay opportunity of do I want to be nice or mean? Though in practice, most, like an overwhelmingly large majority, most players will choose to be nice in the absence of some compelling reason not to be. I don't know what this little butterfly is, but I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, interesting. So, not sure what this 8 is, but this feels like a spot the difference sort of situation. The 8 is countdown timer for differences. Cool. Okay. Chat, if you see differences, feel free to call them out. The physics on the arm are really interesting. It's kind of like a like very high on acceleration, like or like start of inertia. The moon, yeah. Flowers, left star. Oh, good call. else we got? One more. Where's the last one? The light on the signature. Oh, yeah, maybe? No. Oh, fence. Okay. Cool. Alright, we got lots of things lighting up. I honestly don't know what this butterfly is doing, but it has, like, added to my delight and enjoyment of this game. It's really great. Also definitely has a bit more of the Zelda vibe, right? Like, now I just kind of have this fairy-ish, you know, butterfly thing following me. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, I think as a game designer, you're kind of always looking for these moments of, like, fairly cheap, easy to implement ways to just really delight the player. And honestly, even if this butterfly does literally nothing for the entire rest of the game, I think it will have been worth it just by how happy it makes me. Oh, so this one says 366. I think, hey.
He should be here.
yeah.
He should be here with more fruit.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. Yikes. Just get back out of that one. I am actually a little surprised, though, that this game is so recalling Zelda, like, a lot. And we've had sort of some slight references to Mario and one or two here and there to, like, Metroid. So it does sort of feel like I don't know. I'm actually really surprised because the level design feels so Metroidvania that if they're putting in references to kind of signal to the player, like, oh, you're supposed to do this or that, then Metroid seems like a really obvious one to lean into a lot more heavily than it is so far. Yeah, it's a really good point, Kieran. Like, I absolutely love games that, yeah, where you can interact with animals, or there's like those small little details. One of my favorite things in Breath of the Wild was, one, how many animations they put in for you getting on a horse. There are seriously like 8 different horse mounting animations or something like that. And the second thing was yeah, petting the dogs, which, yeah, is just delightful. Okay, let's see. I'm now basically just going back to all the places we've been to and looking for those torch things, because they've been everywhere and I don't remember exactly where all of them have been, but I know we've seen a lot of them. Which is also actually kind of asking an interesting thing of the player, which is to remember the level design. And in a Metroidvania, that's sort of like backtracking over areas you've been, but now you have a new tool at your disposal, is like a staple. And yeah, and in this area in particular, I sort of had pointed out like how by putting this power up right there, they were leaning really heavily into that that pickups being used to signal places you could go sort of design paradigm. We get another one. Cool. Okay. All right, so this is yeah, let's stop and talk a little bit about what is actually going on here. There's this picture, more than the other one, is feeling like in-game things depicted. So, like, by virtue of putting this in a puzzle and asking me to spot differences, it's also asking me to specifically notice certain things in this picture, like the butterfly, our friend, but also like creepy Pinstripe guy here. And yeah, let's look. What do we got? Signature, flower, the hat. Oh yeah, good call. are the same. I feel like I saw a cloud thing. Yeah, cloud. 4 more. Oak tree. Does tree count as pinstripe? Yeah, I guess so. Boots. Oh, yeah, good call. Middle fence post on the right. Yep, good call. Hey. Oh, that's totally there. One of you. There it is. Okay. Just wasn't registering. Yeah. 2 more. So the interesting thing is this is totally brute forceable. Like, we could totally... Hey. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, the game doesn't always capture my mouse, and it seems to not be registering now. Okay. And... I feel like one more... Bottom left bench leg. Oh, good call. Yeah. Nice job, chat. Okay. Cool. Yeah, once again, the sound design, it's really, for trying to recall Zelda, like, it's very good at signaling Zelda without being Zelda. Yeah, awesome work, chat. Y'all are awesome. So it's clearly signaling Zelda, but without infringing on it, and that's actually a really hard line to walk, so, props to this game for doing that. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with how forgiving it is on lighting things on fire. Okay, and we still do have the thing where we're gonna have to come back anyway because all the stuff is still locked and we don't actually have the golden key. So... yeah, exactly. Like, it really forces you to notice things, which also is a really cool way to have the puzzle itself directly feeding into story, as opposed to distracting from it or being like a break from it. It's really cool. Like, it's actually an interesting mechanic. There we go. Oh, and we're gonna break these things too. But all throughout, this game has done a really good job of that Metroidvania design thing of pointing out places where I'm going to be able to continue. Like, very visually identifying to me as a player that there's more to do and more to see. Giant thingy. Let's do it. Mushrooms! You know what's interesting is, like, I haven't actually felt the tangible effects of these mushrooms in the game at all. But just based on the fact that they're mushrooms and I know they're pickup items and I know they're supposed to be a power-up, it makes me, like, really excited when I see them.
Hello, Father. I can sell you some goodies for the right price.
This is actually the first moment that Happy has registered to me as a reference to the Happy Mask salesman from Majora's Mask, and it actually wasn't until I just heard the background music there. But he is also hitting that same, like, kind of creepy factor of like, happy, and his happiness is creepy because he's literally in hell, so that shouldn't be a thing. And he has that sort of, like, kind of happy but kind of angry thing going on as well in his voice.
Your little pup is freezing his nips off. Look at him shiver and shake.
Okay, that was an adorable voice
You
line.
should buy this puppy sweater for 400 frozen drops.
Oh, sorry, puppy. And yeah, all he has to sell me are things that I can't afford, and he's kind of just making me, like, feel bad, but they don't seem like they would actually add any benefit to the game. I'm not really sure what to make of that yet, so we'll see. Also, that's all that was here. All right. All right. Oh no. Okay, we'll just keep going back. There is also, when you're designing levels like this, there's a real art to the pacing. When you're going to make a player backtrack and you're not going to give them a warp, there's a real pacing to how the player moves through that space and the amount of puzzles that you put in between. Because I've gone through 5 screens now where I haven't done anything, and it doesn't feel burdensome because I have a pretty quick walk speed and the screens themselves don't take that long to traverse. But if I had to go through like even 1 or 2 more, I think that would start to get a little tiresome. So yeah, I think this game is actually it's really cute. Yeah, and I think it's I think this game is doing a really good job with the level design in general. Okay. But I don't want to have come all the way back here just to get oil, so I'm really hoping that this is going to pay off with a key. If it doesn't, I think I'm going to be a little disappointed, or some other ungating sort of mechanical thing. Yeah, I'm not seeing more. Okay, and we can drop down here, but there's like a weird spatial thing with these couple of screens where they don't really line up the way you expect them to. Okay, we're just gonna keep walking. Okay, this is an interesting one. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna come back to you. Actually, what's inside? Actually, let's save our game. That's not the worst idea. Yeah, so that's an interesting question. I expected a lot more of that. Like, I think, obviously it's a game about hell, and there have been references to Dante and, like some Dutch painters, I think. I'm not as up on visual art history, but it seems to be done in a way that feels like the creators are trying to communicate, like, hey, we have some ambitions of being placed within a canon of high art. Though that feels a little bit reductive. I wouldn't say like, oh, this game wants to be capital A art. I would say that this game wants to be considered as slightly more serious by referring to some of those things. And yeah, I talked a little bit in the last stream about how there was a Twitter thread going around recently where they were sort of talking about I should definitely link this, and if you're watching a video, I will post in chat a link to the Twitter thread. But it was basically talking about when you're writing references into a work, it's really good to know why you're doing that. And one way that it's often done is just this like nod to like, hey, this other work exists. So I remember at Telltale there was actually like quite a heated debate one day where somebody had written a line that was basically, we're all soldiers now, because, you know, Overwatch is cool, and like people fought vehemently to get the line taken out, which I think it ultimately did, which is for the best. But just throwing in a line like that, you want there to be more to it than just, hey, this person liked Overwatch. You want it to be like, hey, this work is trying to align itself in that way to make a comment on it. I'm really at a loss here, chat. If you want to offer suggestions on how to get that, that would be cool. But yeah, you want the work to be like making a statement about that, or have there be some reason for it. Where and the Twitter thread was saying like there's a really big difference between you know, Call Me Maybe being like the song that changed your protagonist's life, or it's playing in a bar when they enter somewhere and that sort of signals a place and time or where this is supposed to take place, versus like your character walking up to somebody and saying like, hey, I just met you and this is crazy. I don't think it does, but let's try. Oh my gosh, it does. Wow, good call, chat. Wow, okay, we're doing this. Yeah, it just was taking so long that I was not registering it as that being a thing. But yeah, excellent observation. I mean, if I just keep firing them up, maybe they'll come down eventually, right? I don't even see where they're landing. Yeah, I'm trying to hit this thing. Like, yeah, it's, so it's giving me an audio feedback, so it's clearly hitting something or landing somewhere. Okay, yeah, it's way wide. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be like a tiny window. Almost. Wow, okay. Thank you, chat. I would not have gotten that. And now we have a new area. Cool. So these are the creatures that are sort of the only Metroid reference we've gotten so far. And yeah, so let's get them to drop things. This seems like a catapult. I'm not entirely sure why I need to catapult things, but it feels like a thing I need to do. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, cool. Let's fling you. Oh, let's fling me. I see. Oh, this is gonna be tedious. All right. Ow. Okay. I don't think this is worth it. Like, this feels like the game cannot possibly be asking me to get 300. I think maybe it is. Maybe that, ow. Okay, I'm gonna die. This might be the first time I die, is like trying to get this thing to line up correctly. Okay, now let's get you. I'm really glad that's very forgiving on that collision box, because that would be really awful if you had to get it closer than that. Yeah, this feels like we're heading into completionist territory, but whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now I'm killing you. I totally died. I can't believe it. I don't even know what happens when I die. Oh my god. Okay, if this game makes me start over, I swear to god, we're done. I suspect it's gonna be from the last save. Yeah, okay. Had we gotten I don't think we had. Oh my god. So I don't think it took away any of my little, yeah, cool. It did not take away any of my, my oil things. That felt like a very reasonable and fair punishment for death, so I appreciate that, developer. Also worth pointing out, I have not talked at all about the fact that this game was basically made by one person, and that is super, super impressive. So to be clear, when I'm pointing out all of these little, like, these little things, the fact that this was all, like, art, programming, design, writing, all done by a single person is, like, honestly a little bit astounding. So, so yeah, it's, alright. Well, I think that's about as far as we can go. Let's head back, I guess, and see if that was enough to get things rolling. Cool, another secret film strip. I still don't actually have any idea what these film strips do, and we haven't really been able to, like, watch them. So, cool. Let's see if it gave us anything in our inventory. No. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I didn't actually know that. We're gonna go back to our creepy tree cave. You know, I don't think I ever walked to the right on the screen. I can't. Okay. Alright, yeah, I also don't know if there was ever, we're gonna be saving a lot more now, sorry. Honestly, there hasn't really felt like much danger in this game, so yeah. Yeah, now that part where I have to remember how to get back to where we were. Okay, our green light's on. I probably keep going in here, but yeah, it creeps me out. I hope I'm done here because I really don't want to do this barrel puzzle again. This is a really cool shot, also.
A water wheel or something. Looks like it might power the lift, but where's the water?
Yeah, so whatever we've done, it was not enough. Like, it definitely looks like these little things are supposed to turn on. So we got barrels. What happens to our barrels? genuinely do not know. Open to suggestions, chat, if you have ideas. Otherwise, I'm a little lost. But I definitely need to go down there. Like, that is definitely the thing. And it could be, oh, it's probably this guy. With this water flowing down. I don't want to hit you. But, like, did that actually do anything? Because kind of looks like no. So yeah, it's gotta be something. Okay, so definitely something going on here. It's so sad. Alright, let's follow the ball this time. No, doesn't go. Okay, so yeah, it's gotta be something here. Like, it really wants it. So what happens if I kick it away? I know, right? I thought the same thing. I was like, no, don't take my dog. I feel like it's not just gone now, though, you know? Shoot it through the torch. Oh my gosh, you're probably exactly right. I literally have been sitting here like doing all these torch puzzles, and then yeah, no, you're totally right. It's dropping oil onto it and everything. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't light the ball on fire. But oh no, no! I actually kind of like the worm. He's not doing anything to hurt anybody. I'm sorry. Oh my god, that noise! No! This game is turning me into a monster. I know, isn't it? Oh. Oh. I don't feel good. I don't feel good about my decisions at all. Okay. Oh, good night, Cecil. Yeah, do we have anything that gives us a code? It's been a little brutal with the codes, to be honest. When we opened the chest, we needed a 4-digit code, and that one was a little oh my gosh, what was that sound? Okay. And now it's all quiet and creepy. Okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. So we've seen lots of numbers with like 6s and 3s. Variations thereof. We're definitely saving it. Yeah, up to this point I've kind of been able to guess some of the puzzles.
Welcome to Pisswood. Lift tickets to Red Wash are 300 frozen drops.
Okay. You cheated? I'm not opposed to it. If we go like another 5 minutes without getting this, 5 minutes is a long time. I don't know. We'll see. You know, as reverential as this game has been to Zelda, I actually do kind of wonder if that would be another Zelda reference, because there is a 1, 2, 3 number that jumps out. That would be crazy. There's no way. Like that would be like borderline sadistic. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually need the ticket. No, you don't, really? No, I don't want the ticket. Ugh. Does the ticket just give you the code? Oh my gosh. Okay. That's awful. I mean, like, it's like fair enough, but that seems really cruel. Really? Oh man. Okay, so that means I guess that we're gonna have to go back and find the oil pieces that we've missed so far. Which also feels really, really sad. I really don't want to do that. I really don't. I totally will if that's where we're at, but I just really don't want to do that. So yeah, so I think, you know, my design philosophy in a game like this would be, if you're going to require players, which they are now requiring, if you're going to require players to do that, then the things they need should be in enough of an abundance that it doesn't feel overly burdensome to go back and get them. Like, if they really wanted to force this, and they wanted to force us back, that's right, there's only 3. Okay. And they wanted to they wanted to force us to go back, that would be fine, but give us like, make it so that we're at like 250 before we go back. So then we have to backtrack a little bit. But, you know, by the time all is said and done, we end up with like 320 or something, you know? But yikes, okay. Yeah, I mean, it did actually occur to me that this was the lowest cost one of the different things we had encountered so far, where one was 400 and one was 500. I'm so sorry about your fruit, dude. I don't know how to help you. But yeah, now we're kind of in a bit of a burdensome territory, so like I feel like I'm just kind of blindly backtracking now. Where before it felt purposeful, now it feels like blind. Excuse me, yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, like I feel like I'm being forced to completionist this game, where, which it feels like it's kind of ignoring different bits of playstyles and different player experiences, where like some people are completionists and some just aren't, and that's okay. Can you explain what you mean, Kieran, by explicit? Well, we did miss one, so that is fair enough. And we can get in the shroom house now. What? Okay.
A massive black frozen drop.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Scoria Sakis of Moonstate, Pinstripe's largest frozen drop on record. Excavated 323 meters beneath, valued at 50 frozen drops.
So, yeah, that's, like, interesting.
I didn't say you could come gallivanting in here.
And Prinkle feels quite a bit like
Please dig
Tinkle.
because now I can brag about my balloon machine.
Especially with the balloons. Yeah, there's like a
Kids
lot
around
of...
here call me Princel, and I'm the best balloon creator in town on account of these balloon machines. Pinstripe ordered a whole batch of balloons, and I got that order fulfilled like a Princel. Yeah, in like 10 seconds. I'm willing to bet you my mega frozen drop that you can't beat my machines due to the speed and agility. Your confidence is excessively multiplying, friend.
Yeah, interesting. But, this also has that kind of, yeah, exactly, very Zelda shop music, very, like, it has that same kind of playful but creepy vibe going on. Exactly, it's a balloon shooting challenge. I think he's a direct reference to Tingle, and, who also, like, travels around on balloons. Yeah,
Prepare to get your stupid head beaten. Ready? Steady?
I mean, I forget. Do I have to get them all? Oh no, I just can't do anything. Nice rounds. Okay. I think I might have even gone for like a slightly slower starting round if there were going to be progressive rounds. But it was fine.
You're amazing. The skill sets required to defeat my balloon machines are unprecedented. It's
Oh,
just
no.
not principlable.
No.
Take the prize, Father. Come on, take it.
Alright, now we have our stuff. I think that the mini games do really well to break up the pacing. Like, I think that that is a really good addition. And yeah, they are close enough to other games where it's really clear what I'm supposed to do, and none of them have felt like overly difficult or unfair. I didn't think I had it. Yeah, so far we've talked a bit about
Hello.
let me get this and then I'll go on my little
Welcome to
Yeah.
lift tickets to Red Wash. Thank you for your. Oh, that is nice. Oh, wow. I'm going to take these drops to Red Wash and try and get some sleep. Ooh, I haven't slept in. How long's it been? I can't remember. Nothing like crunching up these frozen drops and letting them wisp you away to La La Land. God bless Pinstripe. God bless you. Here's your lift ticket, Father.
One, two, three, 3, 3, 1. Okay. Yeah, this is a really nice sequence of nothing really happening, just kind of build tension. It's got that creepy radio thing that we talked about with Oxenfree for mood building, and it's doing some interesting things with colors in the background too. It's this very like transitional feeling moment. Alright, red wash. That would have been a nice effect to hit the sign. Oh no, evil dog! Is his face a Pokeball?
Welcome to Red Wash. Pinstripe's resort of ultimate pleasure.
Yeah, okay. Before we go any further, I feel like I have to comment on this. So, I sort of commented on the way it was setting Pinstripe up as an antagonist, and it was doing that through Reboot. Oh my god, like the old like 3D show. Oh man, we'll get back to that. Okay, so it very immediately signaled his evilness through, you know, this kind of trope that we see of like the guy in the suit smoking the cigarette, and it seems to be upping the ante on his evilness through threats of sexual violence to my like 4-year-old daughter, and it's doing it in like subtle ways, but the way that it's constructing the language around that, like I feel like it was kind of right on the line in the opening scene, and I'm really, really wary of how this climactic scene is about to go. So like, yeah, and like the kind of like incest suggestions going on with the like, welcome to the family's resort of ultimate pleasure, and like she's gonna call me father, and like it just
sign the best register.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to sign this. Can I just not?
What a beautiful signature.
It thinks that's my signature.
Please note that tonight is a special.
Yeah.
The ceremony will be held when the moon is full.
Yeah, so we have another one of these choices, the I want to stop the conversation versus tell me more.
It's not every day Pinstripe finds fresh and plump child. So Mr. Pinstripe has requested that all residents witness the eternal adoption of a child.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reserving hard judgment until we see what's up. Nathan Kingston. Yeah, so we've had a lot of these kind of like references to generic video game protagonists. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I think that that in a very small, sparing capacity, it was perfectly enough in the opening scene to like use the trope, move on. I don't think we need to dwell on it, and I think the longer it dwells on it, the more in bad taste it is. So we'll see how it goes. I have a silver key, but it seems to not be wanting me to unlock this thing. Okay, and this is like a reverential teen guy that we encountered very early in the game.
This Pinstripe guy's got class. Such modified class.
This is a strange choice, even as like a light side, dark side choice. We had an old lady that we saved, but the ratio of men to women is probably somewhere in the like 5-to-1 vicinity currently. Other than our daughter, who we're rescuing. They did a great job with the daughter characterization and making her really likable right off the bat, and making her really adorable, making me identify with her.
Shall receive a free delivery of
I also have a presumed
all residents
dead
not
wife.
attending shall be verbally abused and vigorously whipped into submission.
Okay. Yeah, it's really interesting that this game seems to be basically equating sex with like
Thank you and good day.
domination and evil.
You're just in time for the ceremony, Ted. Oh, don't be such a pissy-wissy. Quite frankly, Bo will be much happier with me. So, will you stay for the ceremony? The clock is ticking, Ted. You stupid little punk piss!
So, yeah, the insults in this game are a little strange. They feel, really juvenile, and it's to the point where I have to believe that's intentional. I'm not really sure what that's in service of. Okay, we have some options, but I mean, so this is actually one of the first interesting choices where I've been playing mostly on the good side, and this feels like a place where actually it doesn't feel good to not say anything. But I don't think the game is actually trying to subvert that expectation or anything. I think that that's just the designer believed that was the good thing to do.
With some kind of mechanism.
All right. Yeah, I'm just kind of spamming. Man, this one's a lot harder. Okay, serious face. Yeah, so the acceleration makes it so you can't really hold down the button. Almost. And you can't really reverse it either once it starts because the physics on it is too much inertia. I really want to hold it, but I can't. Okay. Dexterity puzzles are so mean. Okay. I mean, I guess it is the final boss, so. But I hope that this game has some opt out from the dexterity puzzles, because that would be really rough if you're not an able-bodied person who can do those. Right, so yeah, see, we have this floating bed. It's just constant suggestions of sexual violence. Enter death here. Yikes. I don't know if we've gotten anything that actually tells me that. That's a cool puzzle though, because it's forcing me to obtain story information and use it.
This song is creepy.
Yeah, sure is. I haven't played Clock Tower. How is it reminding you of that? Yeah, this definitely has that boss vibe where we're powering up before the boss. But yeah, I genuinely do not know the death here.
Ah! Dude! You freak out every time you pop the balloons.
Aww.
Would you mind not doing that?
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's creepy. Alright, so yeah, I mean, clearly, the thing here is, obtaining the year that my wife presumably died. I am actually not sure how to obtain that item. that's a really unsatisfying thing. Like, that feels like probably a piece of information I would have gated. Where, like, here I am, I've gotten all the way to the boss, I'm like ready to go, and then the game's like, now you gotta backtrack. You're not there. But I don't know. It's
This song is creepy.
Wow, I really don't want to go back further than this. That's... Okay, chat. We're actually gonna cheat because I'm running low on time and I want to make sure that we get to the end of the game. So, if you could look up the year for me, and hopefully the game will not gate based on that. We'll do the thing. Okay. So it says just counts. Oh, that's a different bed. Yeah. Okay. It is apparently 1922. Yeah, I also really appreciate that. That there's a walkthrough. All right, so. Wow. I think I might actually have to uncover it. Yeah, that's a shame. All right. So what that means is I might actually have to push this into another stream on Monday too, which is kind of sad, but okay. Yeah. Okay, not actually sure where to go from here. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, so that had a definitive effect where, it certainly made me angry, which I think is kind of the intended player feeling right now.
Hello, Miss. Don't judge me. I've been good, I swear. I was just thirsty. Nothing like a good swig of Pinstripe's sack juice. Makes me feel real special. He said more's to come to celebrate Bo's adoption. And what's it to you, punk? You don't even know how to stop a car.
What? Oh, I think this is, yeah, like the uncovering of backstory. Creepy picture in the background there.
Hey, Ted, it's me. Mr. Dicky. Gotta be careful down here. Pinstripe would kill me if he found me. Especially if he catches us helping you find Bo, so... I'm disguised. I'm a clown, Ted. See the nose? What? You're not laughing at the moles on me crown, are you? Stop it! Stop it! I'm not a clown! Leave me alone!
Yeah, it's so strange interacting with him where I'm like, oh no, I just want to go back and answer the question from before, and he always takes it as...
Gonna go party after
like
the ceremony, Father? Here, drink some of Pinstripe's sack juice for prep.
Okay, and now we have...
It's good, yeah, but not as good as the real deal. Pinstripe's giving out fresh sacks filled with this stuff during the ceremony. You're gonna take a bite from the forbidden fruit with us, right, Father?
Yeah, okay, so this very sort of like explicit religious thing, but also again signaling kind of sexual threat. Yeah.
Are you serious? Are you really gonna party with everyone on a night like this?
Yeah, creepy pictures.
Get off the table, punk. I'm in the middle of a game.
Okay. Oh my gosh, if I have to get these in there, that's like pretty, gonna be really difficult. Can I reset them? Yes. Okay. Wow. Alright. Yeah, how to actually do it though is like a different thing. Okay, it's definitely like a velocity thing. Oh my god, this is really hard. Okay, so this is clearly the place to stand. I mean, I'm kind of just flinging them, but I can start to do it with a little more care, I guess. So, yeah. I guess maybe trying to get a little closer and bouncing. Yikes. Yeah, that's the move. Okay. It's also kind of hard to see them, honestly. There we go. Okay. I probably don't have to get all of them, right? Maybe I do. More than I have. There's one. Almost. I mean, it's very forgiving with that collision, so I do have to at least give it that. Oh my god, I hope that didn't reset. Oh, it didn't. Okay, good.
A fork. It's kind of rusty and smells like pennies. Sprayed with lotion?
Okay. Not sure what to do with the fork. It's like at the top of my screen. But, I guess I use it in whatever way I also use the film strips, which I haven't really figured out either. Anything else in here? No, I think that's good. Okay. Fork is a strange thing to feel like I just collected, but...
A giant safe? Don't even think about it, fool. Happy.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. Definitely feels like
giant
something I
safe?
break into.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah. I haven't had very many interactions with Happy, so it could be something that becomes a little more apparent later. Alright, so we have a clock. It's not really a clock. It's like kind of a clock. Anything on the walls? Just add a lot of stuff on the walls. Okay.
A scribbled note. Trying to sleep. Awake at 8:10 p.m.
Okay. I mean, this seems like relevant. Oh, it's fun. Oh, even more to the point, we have a giant clock. Okay.
You hear that, Father?
Everybody in the whole town is drunk.
Mega clock. I was instructed not let nobody touch the mega clock.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, look at my little fork. I like it. What time did you say? 8:10? Oh, we need to get a spoon too, it looks like. Alright. Okay. time for today, so I'm going to have to finish this on Sunday. But yeah, it's a really interesting game. I really, really hope that the ending is going to go a different direction than I think it is. But as with all games, like, I want to avoid making any judgments on the kinds of things it's foreshadowing or setting up until it actually pays those off. I think in the next stream on Sunday, we will talk more about characterizations of evil and why certain games characterize things in different ways, and we'll talk a lot more about the kinds of things this game is using as a shorthand for evil, and what that potentially says about the player character, and yeah, different ideas for how those things are sort of all intertwined in the storytelling. So thank you so much for watching. The chat has been like especially great today, so I really appreciate all the help on the puzzles and going through all of this. And I'll be running reruns probably of Oberdin on Friday, and then we'll pick this back up Sunday. So please come back, you're amazing, and I will look forward to chatting more with y'all then. See you soon.